right, so that wraps up today's session. So I finished off with 440 pounds for a 2x5. That's the end of my deadlift session. I'm going to do a couple accessories. I got a bit of time, so yeah, man. Today was a huge win, and you know what's funny about today is that I tried to downplay it like it wasn't a win, or not that it wasn't a win, but not the win that I wanted, because the deadlift wasn't the cleanest in my opinion. There was a lot of factors behind that, among fatigue and all these other things. Marcellus is a great reminder that these things are affecting my day-to-day and my training, and that's what, you know, that's not just what your coach is for, but you know, he is great in doing that because he knows that I basically won't really talk much about my outside influences because I don't want that to impede my performance in the gym and give way to that type of thinking and mentality. But when you have a coach, you have to allow them in on all those variables and factors. It's not that you're making excuses for yourself, it's just that they're able to program properly based on your situation and circumstance so that you can make this a continual part of your lifestyle. And that's what training should be. Even if I never powerlifted, training will still be a part of my lifestyle, right? And the moment when you're undergoing massive stressors and all these other things that are affecting your physical health, mental health, and your performance in the gym, they need to be addressed. And Marcellus does a great job of reminding me that, because I'm like, don't worry about it, bro. Like, I'll figure this shit out. And I know that's a typical thing to say, but in truth, it's because I know no one's coming to save me. No one's coming to help me. And that's not saying that there haven't been people in my life that have reached out and, you know, talk to me about certain situations and things, but more so in the sense of I gotta figure this shit out, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these things are affecting me, it's affecting my family, and it's really like getting to me to the point where I'm just like upset with myself more than anything, that I've allowed these things to happen, or to, you know, kind of root itself within what I do in my day-to-day, right? My family, my fitness, and all these other things, and it's just how it is. It's ingrained in all those things too. So unfortunately, that's just, obviously without giving out too much information, I'm just dealing with a lot right now, and it's tough. It's tough for me mentally, but that doesn't mean, I think I made a post about this. I was like, you may question my strength, but you cannot question my effort. My effort is that I show up every single day, and that's what I'm fucking supposed to do. Like, I get up, get to the gym, doesn't matter what time I get here, doesn't matter if I'm late, doesn't matter, there's no late because I don't really have a timeline right now, but it doesn't matter if I get here early, get here later. When I show up, I'm giving 100% effort. I may be in a lot of discomfort and pain. It may be seen on my face, it may not. It may be seen in the way that I walk, it may not. I don't know. But like, what I know is that no matter what I'm going through, when I'm in the gym, I give 100% effort to that. When I'm with my family, I give 100% effort to that, right? When I'm talking to my friends, I try to give 100% effort to those friendships where I can. Now, I don't believe in balance. I've had this conversation with multiple people because there's no such thing as balance. I understand the concept that it makes sense to people to have balance for them to move forward with their lives and whatever they believe. I believe in trade-offs. If I want to focus 100% of my effort here in the gym, something's going to give way. Whether that's family, whether that's friends, whether that's finances, whether that's whatever, something's going to give. And we have to understand the trade-off. Once you understand that, you can move forward knowing like, hey, right now in this season, these are my priorities. And that's just what it is. These other things will have to just be on the back burner for a little bit. You may win some and you may lose some, but at the end of the day, you got to do what's best for you and your situation. So I don't believe in balance. I do believe in trade-off, and I do believe there's a lot of merit to that. Now, that's not me telling you don't believe in balance. If it's working for you, if it's working for your lifestyle, keep doing that. Whatever works for you. But for me, understanding trade-offs for me is a part of the lifestyle that I want to live. In order to be great at these things, I'm going to have to lose in some of these areas. And that's just the reality of it. And you got to be willing to risk that. So again, do what's best for you, but I'm just kind of letting you guys a little bit in on how my brain works. As I said before, later on, whenever I get in the clear of all this bullshit, I can, you know, just sit here and have a conversation with y'all all about my experiences, which will be exciting to do because I'm also journaling. So I'm writing down a lot of like important events, not every single day, in this first year of fatherhood. And I want to look back on that and just kind of read that experience and read what I was going through, because I know what got me here won't get me there, and where I'm at right now and where I'm going to be in the future are not in the same place. I know that for a fact. So I know in the future, my future self's going to look back on this and is like, I'm proud of you, bro. Like, you didn't give up. You didn't stop. You kept going. You kept moving. And some would say, you know, I don't have a choice, but you do have a choice. You have a choice to give up. But it's not in my blood. I don't understand what that means. So we're out here working hard, pushing, giving 100% effort in all that I do. So I say all that to say that I almost allow my circumstances to not be proud of how far my conventional progression is. Even though I talk about how sometimes hitting PRs and whatnot are not always going to look pretty because you're crossing into this barrier that you haven't been before. So sometimes that's not going to be pretty. Sometimes it is for some people, but a lot of the times I don't believe it should be, because the process is ugly. It really is. The process is ugly. So I don't always expect my PRs. I don't always expect my successes when I get them to be the prettiest thing in the moment. Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. That's just like life. Anyway, I'm very proud of this lift today, man. This is a big win for me. Like I said, I've been taking a lot of L's lately. Our brother needed a fucking win. Been here Friday for squats and bench. Speaking of bench, I did hit 462 on Tuesday. I did wake up and I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling it today. Like, my body is just not feeling it. But I still came in to see what I could do. I ended up going to 440. My pec is still kind of tweaking a little bit. So I jumped from 375 to 440 just to make sure that I could get a top set in. 440 wasn't the top end work. It was actually in the 460 range, which is what I eventually ended up doing. I also wasn't really proud of this lift. Kind of crazy I'm saying that, but you know, looking back on it now, I'm really proud that I'm able to push that. It's been a long time since I've been able to. It's been a long time since I've been able to put that on my chest without feeling a searing pain in my left and right pec. So look, hey, we're winning this week. We're winning this week, bro. All right, so we're done with squats. We're roughly almost exactly 1 week out, almost, not there yet. My training schedule has changed up this week so we can align everything up with the meet as needed. So my last primary squat session will be in a couple of days. Instead of Sunday, I'm just moving it back to Saturday. Knocking that out, and then from there, we'll just build into this meet. Should be an easy transition. I think this is the first time we're actually doing this. We are building into this meet. We do have a pretty decent squat Saturday, somewhere in the 700 range, so I'm excited for that. I'm really happy. It's been a long time since I trained on a Saturday or did a powerlifting movement on a Saturday workout, so excited for all of that. I'm coming here singlet Saturday, you feel me? I'm probably gonna wear what I may wear on the platform, so just kind of give you guys a preview of that. Nothing crazy, nothing special, but I've been really debating about which singlet I should wear. I have almost, not all, I have almost every single singlet. But I've typically only worn the same singlets, not over and over, but I've worn singlets, and there are certain singlets I've wanted to wear, but I've never really had an opportunity to wear. So if you have any ideas of what singlet I should wear, I'm trying to avoid black on black because everyone does black on black. We've done it multiple times. I've worn black singlets multiple times. I'm not trying to wear black and white either. So just trying to get away from the color black because although they make for great looks and fits, so do the other singlets, and I want to take advantage of wearing some of the beautiful singlets that I have from SBD. Drop a comment, let me know what you think it is, and then the next video you guys will see will be me in the singlet on Saturday. So I got bench. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out real quick. All right, so that's all we got for today. We hit a pretty easy 418 double on bench, and I'm very surprised by that, with not the weight itself, but how it moved. Right before the SBD Raleigh meet, I tweaked my pec. I'm pretty sure I strained it literally like a couple of days before the meet. And since then, it's been coming and going. So it hasn't been consistently healed, but this is the longest I've gone without feeling complete discomfort after every training session. So that's a bonus. Obviously, my body's been going through a lot. It is what it is. It's how it is. You continue to work to try to improve on those things, but that's neither here nor there. We understand these things. If you've been following the channel, you understand health is priority. You try to take care of yourself as the best you can, but when you're competing and pushing, there's going to be some level of discomfort, and that's just kind of how it is. Growth is uncomfortable. Let Them Know by Jeezy came on right before, like right as I clicked the record button, and I was just like, yeah, it got me feeling something I ain't felt in a long time. You know what I'm saying? My heart started racing, and I was just like, oh my god, like I'm like when I got to the bench the first time and I started to try to like get into my like setup routine, I had to like take a step away because my heart was like racing, and I was like, oh Jamar, I gotta calm down, bro. Like I gotta calm down. Like this isn't how I lift. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to lift off no emotion or no shit like that, but at the end of the day, sometimes you got to. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that emotion fuels, but sometimes too much of that can push you over. So I was like, all right, let's take a step away real quick, but use this momentum that I got right now. And the weight was moving, dog. So that was really exciting. Considering how I benched 440 a couple of days ago, and it like, you know, moved at like an RPE 8. Probably 7.5 more likely, but I'll just give it an 8 right now. That was everything for this week. We're starting the last and final week, the final push to Powerlifting America Classic Nationals. So I'll see you guys in a few days. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that button. It helps the channel, helps me grow. I appreciate you guys for your support. If you want to support me at any of the brands and businesses that I support, they're all in the description box below. Go ahead and check that out. Click those links. Support me. Most of the codes are Pancakegawd. If it's not a code, it's purchased through the link, and it will directly support me. But as always, appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for tapping in and tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.